everybody. Before we get into the quick repair video, I just wanted to do a quick special announcement. My wife and I are extremely appreciative that Overtake has decided to accept our application for sponsorship for our Subarus, as well as our racing with the Forester here in SCCA road rally events. Also maybe potentially some autocross or rallycross coming up in 2026. Some of you might have seen, I posted a video, Boxer Fest, about 2 weeks ago. One of the goals I had going to Boxer Fest this year was to try to find some sponsors for us, mainly for the Forester, for our road racing. And I saw Art, who I've known in the past with a previous employer. And when I saw him with Overtake, I was, I knew what had happened, because I follow him on social media and stuff. So I, went up, got talking to him, and, listened to what he had to say about Overtake, and that they had, a sponsorship program. And I was more than excited to apply for the Overtake sponsorship. Even more excited that they accepted it. Anybody who's looking for stuff, Subaru stuff, I encourage you to go check out Overtake. Go read their about page. They're right up on their about page, is what I was looking for in a company to sponsor us, to sponsor our cars. I'm really excited to show you guys a lot of the products that Overtake has to offer, not only on the Forester, but on the Outback, on our Crosstrek, and on our newly acquired Baja. The Baja is going to need a lot of work. It's going to need a lot of parts, and I will be getting everything I can from Overtake on that build. I'm really looking forward to that, and I hope over the next year, that project really comes to fruition. That car has been a long time on the bucket list. So with that said, I have some Overtake products, just some little stuff to start off. I have some Hello horns that I've been sitting on the shelf for quite a while. I can see them from here, that have been meant to go on the Forester. Overtake has a bracket and a harness kit, which I picked up. So we'll go over that. I picked up a couple other little things, valve stem caps, like the clutch master cylinder and the brake cylinder, brake reservoir, the little socks, just little stuff. We'll get into some bigger stuff once I kind of get through the end, pretty much through November. Our last race for the year is beginning of November, over in PA. So after that, I can focus, more on work on the Baja and doing stuff for the Forester. So I hope if you need some Subaru products, you definitely go check out Overtake. And yeah, and with that, as I said, again, thank you guys, personally, from me and my wife for accepting our sponsorship. We're very excited to be working with Overtake. And yeah, let's get into the video. This is going to be a real quick repair on the Outback. Driving home yesterday from work, heard some whirring, squealing noise. Parked it, popped the hood, and the noise was either the alternator or the power steering pump. It was that kind of like whirring sound. But then there was a smell, and the smell was definitely from the alternator. It was that burning electrical smell. So the alternator, I haven't got any lights or anything. It's still working, but it's definitely on its way out. It was a remand unit from 5 years ago. So I can't really be all that mad. So I got a new one, and I got another remand one. So we're gonna pop that in. It's super simple. And we'll just do that to kind of close out this video. All right, everybody. Cheers. All right. Here's our stinky, noisy alternator. If you still have them, there's normally a cover here and a cover here. I already took them off. Yeah, normally there's a cover here and there's a cover here. I already took these off. Some people don't have them anymore. We'll be putting them back on here. But let's get our belt untensioned. So let me grab a tool or two. Alrighty, so you're just gonna need, I believe, yep, 12, and 12. Yep, 12 millimeter. So first thing you need to do is we're gonna loosen this locking bolt. You don't have to take it out, you just gotta make it loose. There we go. We're gonna loosen this one. This one we will need to take out, but at the moment we're just gonna loosen it. There we go. And then we need to spin this back, so I'm going to use my impact here just for speed. There we go. Easy peasy. And just slips off like that. Belt looks okay. Yeah, belt looks okay. All right, now that that is loose, we can fully remove this bolt right here. There is a little nut and stopper back here. You got to hold this while you spin this out, because if you spin this out, this is going to fall down into a ravine back here, which potentially could be a real pain in the ass to get out. So I'm going to hold this back part. Also, if you can do this on a cold engine, that would be preferred. It's a little, I just took the kids to school, so the motor is hot. And oh, come on. Yeah, watch me drop it. Anyway, that'd be funny. Oh, that's hot. Hot, 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 hot. It's getting hotter. Come on. Okay, that's loose. Alrighty. There's your little locking nut. This, goes through, and then these things kind of, clamp on around the alternator. Come on. Oh, jeez. There we go. Put that back on there. Excuse me. All right, we got two connectors. Green one and the one that goes to the battery. Because we are disconnecting that, we should disconnect our battery just to be safe. So I'll need to go grab a... there we go. Let me go grab a 10. Oh man, are you rusted? Oh jeez. Come on. There we go. There we go. I was gonna say, do not make this more difficult than it needs to be, even though it does look like it's... There we go. There we go. That's better. All right. Take this off, put that there, and then let's see. Green one's just a push and struggle connector. Just get this to help me pull that out. There we go. And then, where are we at here? Oh, and that is not a 12. There we go. So on this particular remand alternator, it's a 13. I do not believe it's a 13 from Subaru. I would expect it's a 12, but nonetheless. Take that out. You can also do a little clip. There we go. I'm going to put this back on here. Oops, like that. And then with some, we're going to, power 12 back on. We're going to spin this guy out. Again, you don't have to take it out, but you got to get it out of the... You got to detach from the alternator. So there we go. I'm just going to take it out so I don't drop it. And then, just because it's hot, I'm going to grab it up. Out. Done. There we go. Easy peasy. Alright, we got our new to me alternator. So process is reverse. Put it in place. We're gonna grab our long bolt here. I'm actually gonna get a little, I'm gonna put a little grease right here. There we go. Yeah, just a little bit. I'm gonna slide this in. There we go. And there we go. And then we're gonna get the nut keeper. Get that lined up on here. And just get it started. Just a little bit. There we go. Nice. All right, now we're gonna grab this guy. I'm gonna grab the short one, and we're just gonna bring it alternator up. Just get this again started. Nice and loose. You want it to move freely while you're doing the adjustment. All right. Grab our belt. Give it a quick wipe off. And it's just very simply around the power steering, around the camshaft pulley. And you just want to make sure it's seated. It is around there. Good. And then we're going to run this guy back up. Not crazy, just to get it, in the general vicinity. All right, now I'm going to take this off. How much do you want to bet this is not not the size the other one was? So the other one was a 13. This is not a 13. Is this one actually a 12? Hey, it's a 12. There we go. All right, so we're gonna get our green connector back in here. Yep, there we go. And we'll get our, put that there. Get our battery connector connected. Get that snugged up. There we go. Cover it back up. All right. With that, so the 2000 Outback periodic maintenance services has the belt tension. So we are on belt A. And we did not replace it, we're reusing. So the belt tension, the deflection is somewhere between 9 and 11 millimeters, and you're going to, I believe you check it in between, let's see, check, drive belt tension, and adjust if necessary by changing generator installing position and or idler pulley installing position. Yeah, so 9 to 10 millimeters. So again, this is kind of like a feel thing. Clearly that's too loose. We're gonna run this up a little more, in the general vicinity, I mean, if you look at your bolt here, you'll see where it's clean. So that would be where the top of the slider was. So you're probably going to be aiming for somewhere around there. Still feels a little loose. A little more. Oh, there we go. That's probably good. So what we can do is we could grab a ruler and a straight edge and just give it a little push, just to kind of eyeball it. Yeah, so 10 millimeters. Now again, I am just, let's see. Yeah, I would say that's about right. Now it doesn't state in these, but I was always told you measure it wherever the distance between the pulleys is the greatest. So obviously that's not here. So you're either doing it from here, you know, in on this piece, or you're doing it on this other one. I think that one's would be difficult. So I measured it here, and that deflection is just about 9 to 10. So we'll call that good. Another telltale sign if the belt's too loose, too tight, well, definitely too loose, you're gonna get noise. Which if you got noise, you'd readjust. So we're gonna go with this. That right there. We're gonna tighten this one back up. The tightening torque for these bolts would be, looks like 18 plus minus 1.5 foot-pounds, and for the slider bolt is 5.5 plus minus 1.5. So I'm just gonna snug that one. We're gonna snug this one. And then if you really wanted to be prudent, we can just make sure the slider bolts, I mean, I would just go hand tight on the slider bolt. The other one, if you really wanted to make sure, so we're just going to do, yeah, we're just going to do 18. It's probably already there, but 18, put it on there. Or not. Oh boy, I was way off. There we go. And then this one, I'm not I'm not gonna do that. It's just gonna be, we're just gonna go hand tight, which is right about there. And that's it. That is your alternator on a, well, this is a 2000 Outback, but pretty much any EJ Subaru for, you know, 20-25 years or what have you, you know, your alternator's right here in the middle. Subaru makes this particular job super duper easy. There are many other vehicles where that thing is buried somewhere. I had a Chrysler Concorde back in the day, and to get this thing out, it was like, it took me all day. It was like an 8-hour job. It was buried down, I can't remember where. It was like on the bottom of the end. It was a gigantic undertaking. So, you know, some things on Subarus are not easy. This is a piece of cake. We're gonna put our covers back on. And put our covers back on. And we're going to reconnect our battery cable, and then we are going to go for a test drive. Oh, I messed up. Man, see? See that? Get talking. Jeez. I messed up. That bracket needs to slide behind this bolt here. My bad. There we go. This goes here. Like that. And then like that. Alright. Snug that. Snug that. This little guy goes down here. There we go, and then whatever I did with the other cover, there's the bolt. What do I do with the other cover? I'm losing my mind. Here it is. Goes there. This goes here. Yep, just like that. And just snug this up. Same thing over here. Snug this up. There we go. And then oh man, jeez. Backwards. Let's flip this up. Now we'll do our 18 foot-pounds. There we go. There we go. There we go. And then I don't have this, unfortunately, this bolt anymore. Reconnect our battery and we're done. That's it. Hope this helps. If it does, like and subscribe. It would be helpful. And I will see you guys on the next video. Cheers.